Oh, a little bit confusing, a little bit of a mixed bag, but ultimately Friday was pretty nice tonight. And earlier in the day, I managed to get some things done. Also ending up pretty tired. Maybe I shouldn't have eaten so much ice cream. Whatever. Uh, on one hand, I'm glad I'm in an interesting headspace tonight, but not in the philosophical kind of way, just more in a, oh, yeah, that's part of me kind of way. Because there's a video I uploaded earlier that it basically summed up my mood while it was still being restrained. And I usually keep it pretty heavily restrained, but tonight, for some reason, that mood ended up a little bit more relaxed, I guess. No. The restraint ended up more relaxed. That mood peeked through. As for what that means to me, you will never know. Unless one of you manages to guess it correctly. What you guess at, however, is a reflection off of you, so I'll be the one getting more information. And even trade, don't you think? Oh yeah, no. Slightly more flirtatious and dangerous part of me. On one hand, it can be fun. On the other hand, I don't want to rely on it. Oh. There's a reason, on a tangent, but semi-related. There's a reason why my fictional self's outfit is basically just a top where the belly shows and a dynamically functional skirt that keeps you from sitting in water. So long as you're, underneath something or rainy bench, hard to tell. Either way, the back of the legs are protected. What's the final piece? Well, that would be a jacket. Because it can be worn in so many different ways that thus it can then be used as an extension of communication. Off shoulders and open? Then by damn, I guess I'm having a pretty chill mood and kind of just... Meh. Well, I didn't get yellow. Green? No... Purple? Yep. Hmm. Wrong color. That's the reason why I said purple and dark blue are a little too close together color-wise. I mistake one for the other. Now we're pink, which is just a brighter shade of purple. That's clever. A extra item that is temporarily attached to players in order to create the effect and facilitate the interaction. At least it's only temporary. Orange. Green. Cyan? No. Fuck off, red. Dark blue, you're already done. Cyan got pretty much finished, so I guess I'm just wasting time then. Alright. The amount of time it takes isn't worth it, so... I was thinking I might get that one wrong by accident. Earth supporting change while change is also being pushed above it. Ah. Ah. Fire and wind pushing dark water up and over Earth to induce change, while Earth fire and wind with a lot of light push some confusion off to the side, inducing a small change below. Is the darkness going to flow over the water or under it, though? And then there's the central confusion over to the left. And of course, we want more. The center of change amongst darkness and confusion being pushed off, with light and fire and wind backing it, while water is kind of split between Earth, divided by Earth, while there's also a little bit of fire and water contained by Earth. Is the confusion going to get pushed up into the fire and water, or below it? Whatever. It's just me being silly anyways. It's not like I can read the future. If I had that ability, I'd fucking win the lottery. Oh. Not the major lottery, a minor one, so that way it's not too suspicious. Well, I kind of done goofed. Ah, tinnitus. How nice of you to visit my ear, my left ear specifically, this fine evening. With but a change of pressure in my ear, I heard you. It's like, no, don't do that, that's dangerous. And it's like, I know not to do that, why do you think I'm joking about it? Oh. Also, can I just say, reading the future with the purpose to just win the lottery is just a quick track to end up a hollow shell of your former self, unless you actually have the sustained will to not be corrupted by the influence of money and how it enables power, and power enables corruption. Power does not corrupt, but it can enable existing corruption. Oh, so then it's like an amplifier. I mean, that makes sense, because then if you're in the dark and you're unknown within the dark, then that in and of itself is a form of power and power dynamic. So to see who someone is in the dark is to see a deep look into who they choose to be when they don't have to worry about consequences, or when they think they don't have to worry. Thus, power enables, it doesn't corrupt, would be a more reliable reference point. Hell, the only reason why power and corruption seem to parallel each other and get intertangled is because corruption loves power. Increases the labor cost of its own actions, and thus it will fight to obtain power more often than it will fight to get its own goals done. Otherwise, that's terrifying. Hands up. Hmm. Hmm. That is something I worry about, though. Is sometimes I'm left with the impression all people visit me for is my attention. They don't care about me beyond that. Because that doesn't help grow self-worth. It's like, is that all I'm worth? Ah, shit. Brain rerouted without me noticing. Ah! No. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no. I can definitely say that's where I draw the line of my self-worth, is if someone only seeks for me because they like my attention, then... Yep, brain rerouted again. I guess I'm not going to avoid this. I do want to keep from talking about it on recording right now, though, because... well... I don't know, it feels like it goes to a dark place, and I'm pretty sure most people aren't okay with that. They just want a happy streamer fun time, don't they? Can't even blame them for it, really. It's just part of how things have been set up in the world. You know what? I just had another line of thought. Maybe I should use it anytime I get into this headspace as a way to check, hey, have I been getting my own needs met? Or do I feel like... Well, I mean, there could also be pride backlash and otherwise, so... Or maybe this is something that got unburied alongside my flirtatious attitude. But I haven't had the energy or desire to do that in a while. Yeah, I'm in a weird headspace tonight. Sorry if I wasn't able to figure that out sooner and warn you about it. Appreciate any of you who actually are still listening, though. It's nice to know that I'm... It's nice to know that I can't really say I'm not alone, but... because I'm not alone. And yet you can feel lonely because you don't feel like you have the space to express your interests and desires, but someone have it be reciprocated as a friend. Well, yes and no. The phrasing on that was kind of bad. A social space where... And I've lost the line of thought. Okay, my brain doesn't want to deal with that directly, so I'd rather come at it from the unintended angle. Annoying. Red is either confusion and or rage. No thanks, brain. No thanks. Alright, my brain's wanting to go back to a previous point. Because it's definitely related to just... Some of that's my fear and paranoia, but another part of it is just genuine curiosity. A little bit at a time, one step at a time. Yeah, no. Hmm? Glad to see they didn't put the full thing in. Ah. Okay. Oh yeah, I just remembered. They often rely on different coping mechanisms the more stressed out or confused I am. So that could also be a possible reason as to why I got flirty. Because when you've known all struggle for all your life, certainty and calm feels terrifying. It's foreign. Jeez. Hmm. Oh yeah, this. Forgot about it for a bit. If I am stressed out, I've got to figure out what's stressing me out. Other than the fucking obvious. And if it is the fucking obvious, Yes, that's stressing me out, then joy. Yeah, that's an interesting but also random line of thought. If size difference and scale difference sound the same, then why aren't they treated the same? Well, that's because size difference counts within the scale, meanwhile a scale difference counts outside of it, skips over a boundary line or something. Not a boundary line, but like it goes to another degree rather than just within the local scale. Okay. What are you wanting a photo of? In some ways it doesn't help that I'm tired. The more tired I am, the more difficult it becomes to stay away from from suppressed lines of thought and areas that I usually wouldn't consider. I imagine it's like that for a lot of people. Or maybe that's just a result of me training myself to process these things. Who knows? I'm done with this area for now. Time to bring a little bit of cyan right to the wastelands. I hope I'm not sounding too tired or depressed on recording. That can happen when I push myself a bit too far. I may not do my full route as for like usual, and I may just make sure the boost is used up and we've got the missions done. You know what? I might just go to bed early and finish the rest of this when I wake up. Is right now I'm not really feeling full of energy, and I'm not really feeling like my mood's in the right place to make an entertaining recording. Then again, since when is my mood ever in the right place? Either way, I don't want to do a half-assed effort. I want to do it right. So, after I get through this section of this area, I'm probably going to call it for the night. Sky Dailies Part 1. It's no surprise I'm struggling with my headspace still, though. Anniversary of Depresso. Never movie I'm wrong. Yeah. Once I get this area done, I am most definitely going to bed. I think I'm gonna sleep well. Alright, we still need to forge a candle. So we may want to push on at least into the next area to get enough seasonal wax to make a seasonal candle. Oh, thank you. Fucking finally. Had me jumping around all over the place except for the spot where I wanted to go, for some reason. Not even the fiery bitterness anymore, it's more cold. Emptiness instead. Guess things do really do change. And they'll get themselves back on their feet. Hmm. Right, auto habit. Please don't. Nearly. Not quite. Forge a candle. I can get my usual other candles from here, and that'll be at least an assurance I got the daily missions done. The boost itself is honestly less important, but I'm still gonna try and fill it out when I wake up tomorrow. Now, that said, to those of you who stopped by for this half of the recording, snuck by and saw a small fragment of it, if not a slightly larger part. Thank you. To those of you who stuck around and listened or watched through a good chunk of this recording, If not the full thing, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time or non-time it is. Should you be struggling, then I hope things either improve or at least stay manageable for you out there. And in the worst case scenario, I just hope you're able to vent and get some distress out of your system without hurting others. After all, we deserve to live alongside each other, don't we? In any case, my name is Flicker. I've gotten half of my dailies done, so I'll return to get the other half done when I wake up. Hope you all have a good night. Bye. I'm going to bed. I'm the one going to bed, and it's currently night. Bye.